Alrighty, this is a public service announcement on heavy toxic metals. So, what are heavy metals? They're defined by a few characteristics: high atomic weight, toxicity to human health, and high density. Some examples are shown: lead, mercury, chromium, cadmium. Alright, so this is how lead affects human health. So, children are at higher risk because it can hinder their brain development and lead to lower IQ and mental disorders like ADD and ADHD. Lead can still affect humans though, including mood disorders, high blood pressure, and kidney damage. Lead can lead to infertility, lowering sperm counts, and raising risk of miscarriages in women. Here's a chart showing the different ways lead affects children. So how do we get exposed to lead? So prior to 1978, it was legal to use lead-based paint in homes. About 80% of the houses before 1940 had lead-based paint. So after a while, the lead-based paint will chip off. Children can lick the wall, eat the paint. Either way, it becomes ingested in their body. Another way is through jewelry, toys with lead paint, jewelry with lead paint. So here's a few other examples: inhalation, like I was stating, the lead containing products in the house, food or water, and some other ingestion. So another topic with heavy metals is bioaccumulation. So what that basically is mercury is soluble in water. So bacteria in the water will actually take the mercury and absorb it, and then larger bacteria eats that, like animal plankton, and then small fish will eat that plankton, and the mercury will be carried into the smaller fish, and then larger fish will eat the smaller fish, once again transferring the mercury, and then larger fish, which humans consume, will later eat that. So all the mercury from the smallest level all the way up to the largest level will be consumed by the human, where it will be stored. Why mercury is bad and how it affects human health. Mercury is bad for pregnant or nursing women. Alright. It can lead to brain damage and nervous system damage. Mercury poisoning can also cause miscarriages, cancer, vision, and death. And here's a few more examples on here. Alright, common exposures to mercury: dental fillings, gold mining, which is an occupational hazard, mercury containing thermometers. One thing to note is inside of the glass, the mercury is not harmful, but if, say, the glass burst inside of someone's mouth and they ingested the mercury, then it would be harmful. And here's another food chain of the mercury showing where it's at its highest and lowest concentrations. So the body does need trace metals to perform its basic functions. So some of these heavy metals are actually needed but are toxic in higher doses, like zinc, for example. Zinc is needed for taste, growth, child growth, and pregnancy. Iron is needed as well for oxygen absorption and transportation in the blood. And copper is needed as well to absorb the iron. So we do need trace metals in our body, but some heavy metals are more toxic than others. And the heavy metals that we do need are very trace. We need small amounts of them, and they're toxic in higher amounts. Another one is aluminum. So aluminum can cause respiratory issues. It can be inhaled. Is may be linked to Alzheimer's and other neurodegenerative diseases, and it can increase the risk of breast cancer. Alright, so how we get exposed to lead: once again, occupational hazards, welding, miners, cookware. If you're wrapping your food in aluminum foil, using aluminum pans and pots, even aluminum deodorant. A lot of aluminum-free deodorant is on the market now, because you're applying it directly under your armpits, which is right next to your lymph node, so it's getting almost a direct path into your body. So switching deodorants to aluminum-free deodorant can be good. All right, some closing thoughts. Just looking at the products we use, you can, if you have a home which you might think has lead-based paint, you can order a test kit. They're between like $15 and $20. All right, so you can test the paint in your house. You can look at products in your house and see how you can eliminate heavy metals. Switching to aluminum-free deodorant and toothpaste, and just researching, the things that you use on a day-to-day basis that may be actually increasing your likelihood of putting yourself in harm's way from heavy metals. Thank you.